Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm talking all about products that I love for you, just not for me. Actually, this title, Love That For You, is inspired by my obsession with Schitt's Creek and the character Alexis. She's always saying, love that for you. And that's how I feel about these products, you know. I think these are really nice products. They're just not right for me and my skin type, but they might actually be really good fits for you. I mean, I love the ingredients, love the texture, love the experience. They just didn't quite work for me and my skincare routines, but I still want to recommend them because I think they're great. You know, quite honestly, I don't really believe that there are bad, terrible, awful, never recommend types of products out there. There's very few. I occasionally come across them, and anytime I do, I will definitely let you know about them. But just generally speaking, skincare is, you know, it's super individual. There's lots of variables that go into, you know, what makes a skincare product work for you, your skin type, your skin condition, the weather, right? So that doesn't make a product bad. It just makes it maybe not right for you. So that's really what inspired this video. They're great products. They're just not right for me, but they could be right for you. And in fact, there's a lot of great recommendations here for oily skin types. So definitely perk your ears up if you're one of my oily friends. So without further ado, let's get this video started. Give it a big thumbs up if you're excited and play my intro. Let's do it. So first up is the Bonjour Propolis Serum. And this just really wasn't quite right for my skin type, even though I absolutely love Propolis and I really enjoy this product. So ingredient highlights include 81.5% of propolis extract, along with green tea, fermented soybean, and willow bark extract. So you know I love propolis. It is one of my favorite skincare ingredients, definitely. And it's all about the benefits that it brings my skin. It's anti-inflammatory, it reduces redness, it's got a great wound healing ability, it's anti-acne, it's antibacterial. Oh, and it brings a beautiful lit from within healthy glow to the skin. Absolutely love it, and it's sensitive skin friendly. So yeah, it definitely ranks up there as one of my favorite ingredients. Propolis does have like a pretty standard texture, at least across all of the propolis products I've enjoyed. Propolis has kind of that unique characteristic of bringing both hydration and some non-greasy balancing moisture to the skin. And that usually does translate to a more medium weight type of texture, whether it's in a, you know, toner or if it's in a serum, it's usually a little bit more medium weight. That's where this product comes in, because this is unlike any other propolis texture I have ever encountered. It is a lightweight gel texture. And when I say lightweight, I mean incredibly lightweight. This is such a different but very pleasing texture. So as you spread this gel across your skin, you're gonna notice that it starts absorbing immediately. It's really quick absorption with this really nice, refreshing, hydrating feel to it. I really don't detect a ton of moisture on this. Maybe just a whisper, but it's like 95% hydrating with 5% balancing, non-greasy, non-sticky moisture. I mean, this is the lightest propolis texture I've ever seen. And yeah, it does absorb in this really thin gel texture. Like it almost just kind of disappears onto the skin. And so I think if you do have an oily skin type and you've been kind of attracted to propolis, but the texture is just too much for you, or the moisture levels are a little overwhelming, try this product. OMG. This has definitely been formulated for oily skin. And I do think that they've also formulated this, I've seen this in the marketing, for some sebum controlling properties as well. So this is all about how they've formulated it, because you know, we can look at an ingredients list, we can be familiar with certain ingredients and see high percentages of something and think it's gonna be a certain way. But it's really about how they use that ingredient with all the other ingredients coming together, right? A cake is not just about the flour that you put into it, right? It's the eggs, it's the flavoring, it's the baking powder, and everything coming together to form a gorgeous sponge cake, right? That's delicious. It's not just the flour. That's kind of my analogy for how skincare formulations work. It's not just the 81% of propolis, it's how they've utilized it with the other ingredients to make an incredibly like oily skin friendly propolis serum. So yeah, I'm recommending this. Oily skin, and I think even combination skin will like this. People who are suffering with some breakouts or acne, this is definitely got some anti-acne, other anti-acne ingredients in here. And I think also for people who live in really hot and humid climates and don't want really heavy layers in their skincare, this could be a really nice lightweight option for you. Next up is the Isnt Tree Green Tea Fresh Toner. And for me personally, this is just not the right toner for dehydrated skin. But otherwise, I think this is a gorgeous toner. So ingredient highlights include 80% of green tea extract, and we also have willow bark extract. Now that green tea extract is actually what makes me love this product and find it pretty impressive and unique in the world of green tea toners, because most green tea toners use green tea water, and there is nothing wrong with that. Toners are meant to hydrate the skin, and green tea water can definitely do that. But you guys know the difference between a water and an extract. Extracts have more high concentrations of those skin beneficial compounds, and you know green tea is packed full of skin beneficial compounds. So to find the extract in a high amount in this toner, I find that very impressive and unique. Now texture wise, it's really watery, it's thin, it's so quickly absorbed. There is zero moisture. This is 100% hydration. Really easy to layer up on the skin. If you like to do a couple of layers of toner, you can do that easily with this without building any kind of weird like greasiness on the skin or thickness. It's incredibly lightweight. The reason I personally just don't like reach for this very often is because you know this. I am incredibly picky about toners, and I do desire a very specific feeling and replenishment from my toners that not every product can get. That doesn't mean the toners that I don't reach for all the time are not hydrating. They're just not hydrating enough for dehydrated skin. They're just missing that like one little piece of magic to them. And so for me personally, this is not a great toner for really dehydrated skin. And in fact, much like the Bonjour serum, this has some sebum control built into the formulation. With the willow bark extract as well, we're getting the anti-acne benefits, and we're getting some oil controlling properties. As somebody who does have a little bit of oil, that's nice, but I also have really large areas of dry skin on my face, my U-zone here, and so I can't do it. I can't do anything with oil control on it because it just dries out my dry areas very, very quickly. So that's why for me personally, it's not the right match, but I really respect this formulation. I think there's nothing but good ingredients in this. The texture is so lovely. It's so easy to build into any skincare routine. It's just gorgeous all around, and I know so many people love it. It is a really excellent product. Oily skin, I think even some combination skin, if you're more on the oily side, you will enjoy this. Acne prone skin, you will enjoy this. One quick note that I want to make about this, because I actually get this question a lot, and I think it's interesting. How does this product compare to the Amore Pacific single extract vintage essence, which is a high concentration of green tea extract? And my opinion, as somebody who's tried both products, it's not. It's not comparable at all. There is a difference between extracts. You can use 80% of like extract A, you know, quality A, and you know, the same percentage of green tea extract quality B. And even though they on paper have the same percentages, the quality of them is very, very different. And so even though this has 80%, and I think the Amore Pacific is like 99 or something like that, they're not comparable just by percentages alone. Remember, it comes down to formulation and quality of ingredients. The Amore Pacific essence is like almost $200. Yeah, $200. I'm like, shook a little bit when I said that. It's a lot of money. It is close to the $200 mark, and there is a very different quality to that green tea than there is in the Isnt Tree. So I just wanted to address that because I know a lot of people hope that this is the super affordable version of that. It's not in my mind. But all that being said, if you want a high percentage of green tea in a quality formulation, let's just leave the luxury products aside. This is it. This is a lot of green tea bang for your buck, definitely. And if you're curious about it, I do think it's worth trying. Next up is the Casa Rex Green Tea Aqua Soothing Gel Cream. And this just didn't quite work out for me personally because I like occlusivity, a good amount of occlusivity in my moisturizers, and this just didn't quite have it for me. Ingredient highlights include, of course, green tea, and we do also have panthenol, which is a nice skin hydrator and barrier supporter. Now, this is a pretty minimal ingredients list that I would say is pretty sensitive skin friendly. Now, the texture of this product is what really grabbed me. I think this is so gorgeous inside and out. First of all, this gel, just looking at it makes me feel refreshed and cooled down. You know what I mean? This looks like a tall drink of cool water on a hot and humid day. Really, really gorgeous texture just to look at. But even just to experience it, it's lovely. The gel is so soothing, calming, cooling, refreshing, and it has a lot of hydration. Whoa, this just like, as soon as you get this on your skin and it absorbs, it's like your skin just plumps with hydration. It feels so juicy and plump. Really, really, really nice experience. It's not sticky. It doesn't leave a shininess at the top of your skin at all. Like, really, really pleasant. Now, I'll tell you, like I said, this is like a cool glass of water on a hot day. My skin really kind of craves that hydrating effect, that plumping effect in hot weather, but it's just not occlusive. Like at all. There's no occlusivity to this formula, and that is like key for me with moisturizers. I have to have that to fight dehydration or transepidermal water loss. It actually tends to ramp up for me when it is hot outside. You know, cranking up the AC, and that tends to make my dehydration worse. So even though I want, you know, this type of moisturizer, it's not quite the right fit for me. There are no silicones in this ingredients list. There are no oils. This is just purely hydrating gel. And for some people, that's gonna be amazing. That's everything that you want, especially in a hot weather moisturizer. So like I said, there's lots of great like picks in here for oily skin. Oily skin, you're gonna love this. Combination skin that is not dehydrated, you are going to love this. And especially if you're somebody who lives in a hot and humid climate or just a hot climate, this is so light. This is so breathable. It's so refreshing. This just does not have any ounce of heaviness to it at all. So it just feels breathable, you know, in that really hot kind of weather. This just feels so, so good. Really, really enjoy this. I know a lot of people like it too. It's just not right for me, but I think this is a lovely, gorgeous gel moisturizer. Next up is Synic, the Simple Calming Toner. And you just know I'm so picky about toners. You know what I mean? So this just doesn't quite make the mark for me, but I think that this is really wonderful, especially if you enjoy minimal, simple, sensitive, skin-friendly products. So ingredient highlights include aloe, madecassoside, and sodium hyaluronate. And like I said, this is, the name says it all. This is a very minimal, simple formulation, and I really like that about this product. So texture-wise, it's super watery. It actually feels really hydrating and calming. You know, we've got madecassoside and aloe in here, so it makes sense that there'd be a little bit of that like calming, soothing element to it. It absorbs really nicely into the skin, and this is another product that you could layer up in multiple layers without building up any kind of weird thickness on the skin. Now, we did talk about the Isntree Green Tea Toner just a little while ago, and I would say between these two, the Synic, in my opinion, brings more hydration to the skin. Both are lovely, but if I had to get real picky with them, and you know I always do, the Synic Calming Toner brings a little bit more hydration into the skin because this one doesn't have those oil controlling properties like the Isntree does. So it is really lovely and hydrating and calming and soothing. For me personally, I actually have emptied a few bottles of this toner. It's just not one of my top holy grail toners because it just doesn't have that one little extra mile on it. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't go that extra mile for dehydrated skin. But when my skin's not super dehydrated, I know I'm always saying it's dehydrated, but there are occasions when it's like pretty balanced and a-okay. That's when I would use a toner like this and it's fine. It just doesn't make a huge impression on me for dehydrated skin. But there's other things about this that do make a big impression on me. I think this is just a solid product. I really do like products that get it done with less. Like with sensitive skin, I really respect minimal ingredients lists because there's just less ingredients that I have to try to keep track of that could potentially have flared up my skin, you know what I mean? So I love this, and I think toners are the area where you might want to slim down on ingredients if you do have sensitive skin. I think they're just simple products to begin with, and this is done simply but beautifully, and I really like that about this. You know, I think this is actually a toner that's great for everybody, just not dehydrated skin. You're going to like it if you do have oily skin because it's still really light and breathable. You're going to like it if you have combination skin because it's not like the type of toner that's so thin on the skin that it didn't really feel like it did anything for your combo skin. You know what I mean? It's going to be great if you do have dry skin too. And I think it's great if you are sensitive or acne prone because there's just not a lot of like, you know, those kind of like culprit ingredients in here at all. The only people I don't recommend it to is people with dehydration. But other than that, like I said, solid staple toner that definitely deserves a recommendation. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said at the beginning, I don't think that there's really truly a ton of terrible skincare products out there. Maybe just ones that didn't work quite right for us, but even so, they could be great products for you. So maybe this video helped you discover something that might be right for your skin type. And let me know, is there a product that you've tried in the past that like you like it, but it's just not quite right for you? Let me know in the comment box below. If you're not subscribed to my channel, but you did enjoy this and it was helpful for you, please do consider subscribing. I release 2 new skincare focused videos every single week, and don't forget to turn on notifications. I hope you guys are healthy, happy, and safe. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and I can't wait for you to slay this day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.